Hello and a warm welcome back to Indalo Model Railway. Well, today is building day. I say building day, I'm always building, doing something to the layout, but today something specifically I'm going to build for the layout. It's actually a kit that I've got from Western Hill Wagon Works. It's the diesel fueling point kit, single track. Wanted a double track, but they didn't have it in stock, so I had to go for this one. This is the one I'm going to actually put together. I want to spin you around. You can see a little bit about what's inside the box. Well, here we go. This is the actual kit itself from West Hill Wagon Works. And inside the box, you get obviously very, very detailed instructions with a full itinerary list of parts there. And looking through this, as I had before, it gives you a really in-depth guide and a step-by-step instruction as to how to put all this together and how it should look at the end. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all those pages, but just to let you see what's in the kit itself. This is the base, and it's a laser cut piece of, I would say, 5mm MDF. And you can see it's all been laser cut out with the trains in there as well, and these are the actual holes for the sleepers of the track. So the track actually goes through here. I got some track off of an old piece, and that actually goes in there to length. Now what actually secures that in there, they sold me a pack of these as well, is these rail chairs. Now they obviously fit into those little holes there, and you then slide the track through, and that would be one section. Just put obviously on each end of the track, you would actually put your joiners, and then you can join it to any part of the layout, and it should actually come across seamlessly. Now, I suppose the reason why they've actually made it this height, this should actually be the same height when it's sitting in those rail chairs as a normal piece of track. It should line up. It should. So what else you get in the kit? Well, obviously all the bits you need for the canopy and all the other little bits here that you need to pop out very carefully. This has obviously been done on a 3D printer. You can see all the legs there as well. That holds it all up. But it's all there. It wasn't cheap really for what it was, I must say. I think I paid about, I got it at a show, so I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to look this up and put it in the show notes, but I think it was around about 25 pounds, something like that. So I'm going to get on now and put that together, and hopefully when it's all done and painted up, it will look like that. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Indalo Model Railway. Well, I'm going to give you an update now on what I've been doing with this fuel station. So let me just spin you around and I'll show you exactly what's been happening on the layout and how far I've got with actually building that model. Well, here we are. This is actually where it's going to sit, very close to the fiddle yard here. And I've marked out just here on the track where I need to cut, obviously just to the right side of that stud there. I don't really want to interfere with that, and allow enough as well to the side here that I can put a fish plate in. This is the actual baseboard that comes with the model. Obviously I put in the chairs, still need to glue that one back in, but the chairs are in for the rails as well. And obviously I've done some weathering to the baseboard. So that baseboard initially will go into, if I can line it up, into there. So you see where the chairs are. The rails will come out of that track, or I've got some other track, and slide into those chairs there and connect with fish plates either side. I've allowed enough space to the side as well, because I'm going to put these tanks for the fuel, because obviously the fuel's got to be housed somewhere to go to the facility here. So I'm going to get on now and Dremel this track here and here. So then the baseboard will be able to lay in there. I think I might have to take a little bit out of this side. I've marked it here, but I'll see because it is touching the side of this track. You can see if I just bend it down a little bit, it does actually hit that side. So I might have to take a little bit off of there, but let me cut that first, take all that out, offer it in and see how it looks and if it's square. So I'm going to get on and Dremel that now and I'll show you what it's like when it's in. So when it's in, this is how it will look. I've cut, or actually used the bit that I cut out from there, the rail, so that fits exactly with the fish plates when I put them on. All I need to do now is just tidy this side up because it was actually touching this rail here. Just tidy that up a little bit more on the baseboard where it's touching, and then I need to put the rail slide it into the chairs, finish all the assembly and secure it in with the fish plates as well. But another thing I need to do on this section of track from here, you see there's a plastic fish plate here and here. This section was detected and I still want to have it detected as well. Now just below, you might be able to see the rail there, there's a blob of solder. That's where I need to drill through this board, which was the cork. If I move this out the way, it might fall apart, so I get alarmed. Just there is where the wire is. This wire, if I can get hold of it, is for the detection system. So really what I need to do is solder that wire to there. Yes, I probably could put it down here, but that means then taking this track up. While I've got this track up, it's easy just to actually solder it underneath here. So that's what I'm going to do as well. So I've got a few more bits to do. So the next update you're going to see is probably this in situ with its canopy on and all the stuff that I've weathered and painted yesterday just before I go to ballast. Well, there we have the single diesel fueling station in place. I still need to ballast it, but everything is in. All the pipes are in as well. The fuel line there. That's how it is in the picture, just lying on the ground. There isn't a bracket to actually hold it up, but you've got the various different things like the fire bucket and the oil, the blue oil drum there, and the little water tap, and I think which was a wooden box at one point. I weathered it a little bit, but just need to ballast it all in now, just to see what it's like. If I can, there we go, get the majestic class 37 coming into the fueling station to get refueled. I think this would actually be a nice shot once it's all ballasted and done as well. This is probably one of the bigger locomotives as well that I actually have in my fleet. I'll say the biggest, the tallest, so if this goes in there okay, which it seems to be, all the clearances are good. I put a couple of fuel cells there as well, so a large amount of fuel can be deposited into these two containers here and here, and then obviously it gets pumped underground to the fueling station. So that's the class 37 there, just put it in, ready to get all fueled up. Let me just stop him. So he's there, ready to get fueled with this little pipe here that they will put into the locomotive to refuel him, and then he can be off on his way again. But I think that's turned it okay. I'll give you an update when it's all ballasted as well. I'll get that done today, but it was just to really show you what it actually looked like when it was actually in. So this is actually a kit you get from Western Hill Wagon Works, and it all comes, basically a lot of it, especially the baseboard here, is actually laser cut from MDF, and all of the parts are actually printed on a 3D printer, I noticed, because it's the way the actual parts are printed, like all of these rail shoes here that I've had to put in. It was quite good because the section that I cut out from there to there, I used the same track, and I just popped out the plastic rails here, the wooden sleepers, and I put it into there. So I'm going to get all this ballasted up now and get some further weathering done, and I'll let you know an update what it looks like when it's all finished. But that is the diesel fueling station at Indalo Model Railway.